I want everyone in this country to have the opportunity to get on and make a good life for themselves. That is the task of the next 5 years. And today I want to set out how we'll achieve it. It starts quite simply by continuing to work through our long-term economic plan. Line one, rule one of any plan to extend opportunity is to ensure a strong economy. And a secure and strong economy means getting the deficit down. And I know that there are those who somehow think this is not progressive. But let me tell you this, there is nothing progressive about asking the next generation to pay off the debts we couldn't be bothered to deal with. Nothing progressive about robbing from our children. There's nothing progressive about paying more in debt interest than we spend on our nation's schools. Make no mistake, if we're running unsustainable deficits and interest rates went through the roof, it's working people and children in the poorest families who would suffer the most. There's what I would call a merry-go-round. People working on the minimum wage, having that money taxed by the government, and then the government giving them back that money and more in welfare. Again, it's dealing with the symptoms of the problem, topping up low pay, rather than extending the drivers of opportunity, helping to create well-paid jobs in the first place. So this is the change we need. We need to move from a low-wage, high-tax, high-welfare society to a higher-wage, lower-tax, lower-welfare society. Whatever the pressures, we will stand by my promises to protect the most vulnerable, including the most disabled who cannot work, because that's the sign of the compassionate country I believe in. We'll always protect pensioners because they have earned a secure retirement. And we'll always make sure that work pays so people in work are rewarded. And in particular, that means two things. One, helping those still unemployed back into work. So we'll double down on our reforms to remove perverse incentives in the system, further rolling out universal credit and lowering the benefit cap. And we'll do more to improve employment outcomes for disabled people and for those from ethnic minority backgrounds. This is a fundamental part of what I called in the election campaign my 2020 vision, with 20% more jobs, 20% more university places, and a 20% increase in apprenticeship take-up for black and minority ethnic communities by the end of the decade. It goes right to the heart of the one nation ideal.